You can't claim to be a feminist and then expect a man to financially support you. Those are patriarchal gender roles.
Hey, what's up, guys? Today's video is for men only and it's called Leftover Women Are Mad That Nice Guys Are Saying No. Basically, whenever a nice guy sets boundaries and says no, he keeps his self-respect, and the woman, yeah, she's not happy about it. Shout out to Locke the Bounty Hunter for suggesting this one. Make sure you hit subscribe on both channels, and let's dive right in.
Started talking to a guy on one of the dating apps. Let's just say it was a Monday. Start talking, going back and forth, what do you do, blah, blah, blah. Then he says to me, what is your availability? It's like, oh, I'm really routine during the week. Leave work, go work out, meal prep. He's like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to be in your area today. My office is over there. Instead of doing your cardio, why don't we go on a walk? He also then says, just be prepared that I'm going to probably try to flirt with you and hold your hand. That's going to be part of it.
That's classic talk from a guy who's into her. But she's scrolling TikTok, so of course, she's going to twist it into another rant about men, just for no reason.
So now I'm definitely turned off. I told you what I do, during the week. I told you about my routine. We just started talking today, and now you're, pushing for going on a walk, which to me, that's not my idea of a first date. And if that's a good first date for other people, God bless America, but it's not for me. You're already pushing my boundaries because I told you what I do. You're pushing your agenda to touch me physically. How do you know I want to hold your hand? What are we doing here?
He's just talking about a 30-minute walk, and she's acting like changing her routine is some kind of deal breaker. If she won't make even a small change, it's clear she's just not that into him.
I then proceed to tell him, so sorry, I'm not really into the spontaneous type dates. I had a plan for my week, my day. You're talking an hour from now. It's not going to work, but I'm happy to set up another day. His response was, oh, okay, that's fair. How people respond to you disappointing them says a lot about who they are. It didn't go the way he wanted it to go. And he wasn't cool with that. Because instead of then texting me again and planning a different date, he never said anything after that. And of course I didn't either. Watch very carefully how the people around you respond when you set up your boundaries and when you say something that disappoints them. Look at their actions and it will tell you everything you need to know about them.
She made it clear she wasn't interested, and then acts like the victim when he pulls away. Nothing is ever their fault, huh?
I have a question for all the non-single people on here who, I should clarify, are in happy, healthy relationships. Where did you meet your partner? Because I'm really over the dating apps. I'm really over the dating scene in general. It's a shit show out there. But I'm also ready to find my husband. Or I should say ready for my husband to find me. So how are y'all doing it? How did you meet people? Where do I need to be going? I need to be putting myself out there in person, I'm assuming. But where is that? Y'all let me know.
Modern women can be pretty socially clueless sometimes. Even if there was a perfect spot where all the single guys hung out, she still wouldn't meet anyone, because none of them would meet her standards anyway.
I want to start this off by saying that I am not currently on any dating apps. I don't plan on getting on any anytime soon. But that being said, I am really disliking this narrative of everyone in my Hinge likes is ugly. Do they really think they have a chance with me? That's really weird. That's a really weird thing to say. And I also don't really understand it. I feel like back in the day when I was on Hinge, it was very much all these people in my Hinge like me.
Dating apps have totally ruined dating. They've pumped up egos so much that just looking at an average guy makes them feel disgusted, angry, and entitled.
This person thought I was cute. This person thought I was funny, whatever. And now I get to go through and be like, do I like them? Is that not literally what dating apps are? I'm so confused why people are offended that people who are not their type are in their Hinge likes. It's a matching app. So if it's not a match, don't match. I'm so confused. And I also feel like that's a really weird, mean girl thing to say. To be like, ew, all these uggos in my Hinge likes. And you know what? I think it's fine to think that.
They get offended because they only want Chad noticing them. Any reminder that regular guys exist just ticks them off. They refuse to even consider being average.
I think it's fine to have that up in the dome, to be going through and be like, damn, I am not interested in any of these guys. ew. I think that's totally fine to think up here, but I think it's really weird to come on the internet and be like, all of y'all are so ugly. Like, none of y'all are my type. Like, did you really think you had a chance with me? Like, am I ugly? Guys, am I ugly? All my Hinge likes are ugly. You're ugly in here, honestly, for that. I know I sound so annoying, guys. I know I sound so annoying.
Modern women have really gone out of their way to make themselves less appealing. Sure, they could be stunning, but then they act a certain way. And the moment they do, most men instantly lose interest.
And I am not defending men in the slightest. I know what's out there on those apps. I promise you, I've seen it. I have been in the trenches. Trust and believe. But like, I just think that's a really weird thing to say. If you're not interested in the people that you're finding on dating apps, that's totally fine. Or you could just be like, oh, like these people on Hinge are not my type. But I think it's really weird to be like, I can't believe this guy thought he had a chance with me. Can't believe he would send me a like. Girl, he just thought you were cute. He just thought you were pretty. Like, be so serious.
It's strange hearing her say she's not defending men, like that even matters. Even when she's trying to talk about dating apps, she still finds a way to bash men.
I open up Hinge. I'm already down bad if I'm there. I go to my likes. 173. How many matches? 2 of them. 2 out of 173 that I matched. I'm already down bad. Okay. One of the 2 guys, cute. Oh, tall, North Dakota. I like a Midwestern boy. He hits me with a okay emoji. Already a red flag, but like when you're at 2 out of 172, I'm like, maybe he's nice.
Most guys are lucky to even get one match on a dating app after using it forever. And here she is, complaining that her fantasy isn't being fulfilled. It's like getting a free steak dinner and whining that the silverware isn't fancy enough.
So I match with him. I do. I match with him. And he has a, like, 2 truths and a lie on his profile. And so I answer it. And I'm like, hey, everyone from North Dakota is from a farm. He responds, he goes, yeah, I like your profile. You're from Florida. I like that too. Okay. I was like, okay. And I'm a little show dog. For you. You like that? You like, what are you saying?
What did she really expect? She matched with Chad on a dating app. He's not there for deep talks or constant compliments. She should just be grateful he even bothered to text.
Okay. I like that. I like that you're from Florida. I like that. Brother, I literally just answered your prompt on your profile, and you're not gonna... Like, what? What do you want me to say to that? Like, thank God. Oh my God. You literally just made my day by telling me that you approved of my profile. No shit you did, because you liked me. I can't do it. I can't. So I closed the Hinge app. And that was it.
She might close the app now, but give it time, she'll download it again. And guess what? She'll run into the same problems over and over. When you're chasing validation like that, it's basically the definition of insanity.
Here's why I think coffee dates work against you as a man. Okay, hear me out. Now I'm talking about my demographic. As you get older, maybe this is different. However, oftentimes attraction isn't there from the very beginning. And what's very important is for you to set the scene. Okay? And what happens with coffee is, in my opinion anyway, I think coffee is like an interview. Coffee is something that my 90-year-old grandmother would maybe go do. If you're going to do something like this, I highly suggest doing drinks.
She's saying a guy can only be attractive if he's spending money on her. She's already decided she's not into him. So of course, she wants a few pricey cocktails on his dime.
Because drinks are fun. You go in the evening, there's some nice ambiance, you can get some cute cocktails, you're setting the scene. A sexy scene, if you will. Coffee? Not sexy. Not at all. So, I just think this doesn't work in your favor at all. It's a date that you can literally do with your coworkers or with your dog. I just think it doesn't work in your favor.
She literally said drinks are fun. Basically, she needs alcohol to have a good time. Not sure about you guys, but that's a pretty big red flag in my book.
If you are meeting on a dating app or social media or any place other than in person, do you have a vetting process before you go on a date? Like, do you do a call, voice messages, a FaceTime? What steps do you take before you meet them in person? Because normally I do either texting and a phone call, or it's rare that I do a FaceTime before I go on a date, but I'm starting to think maybe I should, because I feel like my time is more limited right now.
She has no right to complain about having limited time. She clearly wasted her own years, and now expects men to work on her schedule? Not happening.
And dating takes a lot of your time, and I also don't want to waste another person's time. I had an experience recently where I showed up to a date, and don't get me wrong, he was such a nice guy, but like I knew that if I would have FaceTimed, we probably could have gotten to know each other more, and it wouldn't have been a match, so we wouldn't have wasted 3 hours of both of our time, hanging out with each other, because I just knew like after I met him, like I would not be a match for him, or we wouldn't be a match. And after we got to know each other even more, it was way more clear that we would not be a match. So I'm starting to rethink my vetting process before I go on an actual physical date. I'm thinking texting, phone call, FaceTime, and then meet in person. What do you guys do? Let me know.
It's funny, she complains about wasting 3 hours on a date, but she'll happily spend days texting, calling, and FaceTiming guys. All that effort just to find some imaginary red flags. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Peace.